Hello, Coco and Leelee friends, and welcome to another Storytime Tuesday with Coco and Leelee. I have a really silly book for you today called Nothing Much Happened Today. But before we get started on this book, I wanted to just go over a few things with you. You will notice when we read this book that this book is older. It's used. It was copyrighted in 1973. So that just brings me to an important point that I'd like to share with you. As you know, Coco and Leelee is all 100% organic. And that's because we want to take good care of the world that God has provided us with. And so one of those ways that we can do that, we can be friendly with the earth, is to reuse things and to consume less. And so every time we reuse something, we're keeping it, of course, from going to the landfill, and we're consuming less of the other stuff. So I just wanted to remind you and bring it to your attention how many wonderful books you can buy secondhand, used, and they're timeless, because a good story is still a good story, whether it was written 20 years ago or last year or last night. They're always, a good story is still a good story. And you can even find used books that are current books, you know, that were just published. This one happens to be really old, and we do really kind of like the old stories, and the characters just seem to have nicer attitudes in them. But I just wanted to encourage you to buy used books, and you can buy them on Amazon. They also have penny books on Amazon where you pay 1 penny for the book and $3.99 for the shipping. And you can buy them at secondhand stores. There's a plethora of them at secondhand stores. And you can also go to your local library. I know our library, they have book sales, and just when they're bringing in new books, that they just are kind of cleaning out some of their older stuff, and you can get them for really inexpensive. Sometimes they're like 25 cents a book. Or I guess garage sales too, that I guess you could find them there as well. And this book, you'll see, it was from our local school, and so you'll see that it says dismissed on it, or discarded. So you'll see that when you read this. But I just wanted to bring that to your attention. We always like to try and do things that are better for the environment, to think about those when we make our buying decisions, to think about the earth and how it's affected. So with no further ado, we will start Nothing Much Happened, and it is by Mary Blount Christian and illustrated by Don Madden. Miss Mayberry held her groceries tightly. She scurried home to tell her children about seeing the police chase a robber. But when she turned down her sidewalk, her mouth flew open. Soap bubbles, hundreds, thousands, maybe millions of soap bubbles were drifting from her front window. "What happened?" she demanded. "What's happened here?" Stephen shrugged. "Nothing much, really." "But the bubbles," she yelled. "Look at those bubbles." Stephen shrugged again. Elizabeth mumbled, "I guess maybe we used too many suds when we bathed Popsicle." "The dog?" "You bathed the dog?" Mother screamed. "Why did you bathe the dog?" "He got sugar stuck all over his fur," Alan, the youngest, said. There's the dog in the bathtub. Mother set her groceries down. "I was gone 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. How could Popsicle get sugar in his fur?" "He got sugar in his fur when he knocked over the sugar sack. That was when he was chasing the cat through the kitchen," Stephen added. Mother gasped. "Cat? Cat? We don't have a cat." "I guess you could say it was a visiting cat," Stephen explained. "It came through the window." "The window?" Mother shrieked. "The cat broke the glass?" Stephen shook his head. "No, the window was open. We had to let the smoke out." Mother grabbed her forehead. "Smoke? What smoke?" "The smoke from the oven when the cake batter spilled over," Elizabeth volunteered. Mother waved her arms. "Why were you baking a cake?" "For the school bake sale," Alan reminded her. "But," Mother protested. "But I baked that before I went to the store." "We know," Stephen said. "But that one got ruined." "Ruined?" Mother repeated. "How could my beautiful cake get ruined? I was gone 10 minutes, only 10 minutes. "The cake was knocked onto the floor, and it's a good thing it was, too," Elizabeth said. "I don't understand this." "I don't understand this at all," Mother said. "It's not so bad," Stephen said. "We used too many soap suds on Popsicle because he was covered with sugar. He knocked the sugar over chasing the cat. The cat came through the window when we let out the smoke. The smoke is from the spilled cake batter in the oven. We were replacing the cake you baked because that one got knocked over by the policeman." Mother's eyebrows shot up. Policeman? What policeman? The policeman that ran in after the robber, Alan told her. My robber, Mother gasped. I mean the grocery robber. She sank into her chair. But tell me, please, tell me how a robber and a policeman ruined my cake. Stefan smiled. That's easy. The robber ran around and around our kitchen table. The policeman went round and around after him. The policeman accidentally knocked the cake to the floor. The robber skidded in the icing. There's the messy cake. Elizabeth interrupted. And when the robber fell, he hit his head on Alan's head. And you know how hard Alan's head is. I know, Mother said. Let me see now. The robber ran into here, and the policeman chased him. They ruined the cake. When you baked a new one, you made the oven smoky. Then you opened the window to let the smoke out, and the cat came in. Popsicle chased the cat and knocked the sack of sugar on himself, and that's when you bathed him with too many suds. That's right, the three children said together, and that's when you came home. 20 minutes at most, Mother said. I know I could not have been gone more than 20 minutes anyway. We told you, nothing much happened today. Stefan said, how was your day? Nothing much, Mother said, sliding further back into her chair. Nothing much. The last soap bubble floated gently to the end of her nose where it rested, then popped and was gone. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this story, and I hope that you go and you explore your local thrift stores, take a look at Amazon, or talk to your library if they're going to have any sales coming up to find some used books. And so make sure to check out the activities we have listed below that will coordinate with the story today, and you guys have a fun time. And keep reading.